Hey, brother.
Hey, Sovereign. Wow,
Ah,
good to see you.
yeah, it's good to be here. Wow, what a what an adventure, hey?
Yeah, epic weekend. Holy, I'm still like full of excitement and adrenaline and just super grateful actually. Hosting the global gratitude event, I really feel the ripples this morning. I woke up straight away super excited and activated and really just like ready to just drop in and connect.
Mm, yeah. No, it's so beautiful what I feel that we've been weaving with the Brave New Life project. As you know, we have Reclaim Your Lives as the sort of beacon to speak truth to, well, really expose the truth. And then we have that Brave New Life where the community conversations really take place and where the feeling based relating really occurs. And it's much more of a fluid space, so to speak.
Mm.
It's not so much covering the news, it's really exploring. Okay, so we talk about sovereignty and we talk about the matrix and how to deprogram ourselves, but how does this really work? And I find that this event that we had an oracle girl being there with the purification experience, that is really just a journey going within on that internal landscape. It's just such a beautiful, yeah. I'm really quite awestruck that we're doing this and that it's holding itself together so beautifully, so effortlessly, with so much love and so much grace with everyone involved. As we stumble through our technological, challenges on how to wire it all up, and we're navigating this morning the coupon code because we're of course navigating with you and Thomas from Earth Heroes TV and the platform where all of the community conversations are going to be hosted, and where the Oracle Girls live stream is also available. So I'll just put that in here. But yeah,
Yeah.
then to navigate the practicalities of, if you misspell like a letter in a coupon, or you don't have the correct steps in this technological wiring of things, like you have to get it 100% right. If you don't get it 100% right, it doesn't work. And it's so different from our human ecology because, if we don't get it right with each other, then it's like, oh, it's all right. We have a conversation, but you can't have that conversation with a computer. You kind of have to back engineer every step of it. And I find it fascinating because you and I are there in the back end, really putting that structure together so that we can connect more, we can have more efficiency and proficiency in really relating and reaching each other in the places where it really matters. I'll put the link here, but yeah,
Yeah,
please share
absolutely.
a bit from your feelings, brother.
Totally. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Well, I really want to firstly just acknowledge all the people who are already a part of the New Earth project and who have been watching in for the last months and even years, who are working towards this movement that is really starting to gather momentum, and the Brave New Life movement that created this event on the weekend, the Global Gratitude. It was just, I personally was blown away with so much hope, I feel, and huge respect to you, Sovereign, and particularly Amani, who has just done a phenomenal job, and has been just like so dedicated and committed and living in service to creating this opportunity for people to connect globally. It's just absolutely blown me away. I think it was like we went live on Zoom at exactly 10 a.m. in Australia Sunday morning, and within 2 minutes we had maxed out the Zoom call to 500 people, and I was like, whoa, no way, this is insane. As soon as Marty opened up the room, and then it was like this moment like, oh, we didn't like level up the Zoom room to 1,000, it's only hitting 500, what's going on? And then just to see your just ability and capacity just to drop into the back end, engineer the technology and shift it, and then within a couple of minutes, you had got the capacity of 1,000, and still the numbers went up. It was like, wow, people are really ready. People are really willing right now. And just to be a part of that conversation, to be part of that Zoom call, to be in that environment with so many people on the same page, willing just to drop into their feelings and feel in their hearts and share that openly in a forum, was just phenomenal. I personally, that was a big experience for me. And I just feel immense gratitude for everyone who participated yesterday, who was there, engaged, whether you spoke or not, and for those who helped to organize it and also do the back end workings of it. Everyone across the board, it was just, Imani shared moments before we went live that this is just for fun and it's an experiment. And wow, I would say it was hugely successful, and that's largely part to the community, people contributing and giving back and giving up their time. Our most precious resource that we have is like our present awareness, our focus, our time. And to have 500 people to drop into this purification meditation with Oracle Girl, which was just incredible, was just beautiful, all simultaneously around the world, like these little light bulbs just popping up, dropping in to that purification meditation. It's profound. It's hard to put into words how incredible that event was yesterday. So just huge ups to everybody in the Brave New Life team, everyone on the earth who tuned in. And I'm just feeling super overwhelmed with just a full heart. Today again, I've been activated just to keep it going, keep the wheel turning. And it's just feeling so blessed right now.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm with you. And for us to be collaborating together in what you've accomplished with Earth Heroes TV has been such a blessing that that's part of this subject here. The syntropic function of censorship, and we have a lot of comments coming in, and there's a lovely comment here. I'm just gonna go dig it up, see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Brett. He said they can censor all they like, it won't work. And so true that is, Brett. Thank you all for tuning in. This is great. We are just here for another 15 minutes before we go into our private Zoom, our community conversation on this Monday morning on this side of the earth, and yet for so many on other places, it's likely nighttime. I just briefly wanna just acknowledge that we've been blocked from YouTube because of our relating around the technological advancements and the ill effects of the number 5. I'll call it 5 moving into 5D, because spreading that other word is obviously led us to no longer be able to stream. And we're fortunate that we're still able to use our New Earth Project portal. It's just, for me, it's obviously it's obvious to me that it's a really good sign, and it kind of forces us. And I've spoken to this and written about this in the Reclaim Your Lives newsletters, and I have a beautiful sharing, that is about getting used to tyranny. And I think I'm just going to put it in here because all that is happening on the earth right now is like a bifurcation. It's an intensification of so many people's experiences. And what I find is that it's performing a function with purpose, and that's that whole syntropic way of relating to life, to just question the function. And I didn't even quite question the function because we were already preemptively engaging with you and Earth Heroes TV, where we worked out how we can live stream on a platform that is totally in alignment with the new Earth. There's this beautiful documentary, of course, coming out, Earth Heroes, the Regeneration, next year. And it's just so exciting to be finding our tribe, finding our kin, and then navigating with you, Shay, and witnessing your capabilities in that digital, ecosystem and all the practical navigation involved. I'm just feeling so blessed during this time that we are able to just use this resistance and this sort of suppression, and then make use of that function as a springboard to actually launch ourselves, to actually gather the people that are tuning in, to bring us together closer. Because one of the things that YouTube doesn't necessarily facilitate, although it's a great platform, it doesn't really foster, in my experience, the deeper relating that we would like to go into. And what I find so beautiful on Earth Heroes TV is that all of our community conversations that we're having in the private Zoom calls with the Brave New Life community, they're all going to be hosted there, but they're going to be available for those that are with us, so that we kind of have a real healthy filtration system to get any of the so-called trolls to not enter into that space where we as humans are authentically connecting and relating with each other. So what a time to be here. I'm just going to go through some comments and please share.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing, Sovereign. What I've found, just only briefly being a part of these live Zoom community conversations, is just the power and the presence of people. So yesterday, in the Global Gratitude event, once we had the main purification meditation with Oracle Girl, for those who weren't a part of, we ended up doing these breakout rooms where people could then choose which kind of conversational topic they would like to relate on, based upon, again, their feelings with this structure that the Brave New Life has created, so that everyone has an equal say, everyone has an equal voice, and there's no kind of teacher or master or someone telling you what to do or how to be. It's ultimately a really authentic way just to drop in, to be real with what's going on in your heart, in your body. And we just found yesterday, we opened up the conversation. We had about 20 people in the room and speaking to the regeneration movement that people are embarking on in their own lives, but also in their gardens and in their communities. And people just really started to open up and be really real, because it was like they were sharing their hero's journey. They were really opening up to show that, we're all on our own journey ultimately, and at the same time, we're all working towards the same thing. So really realizing that we're not alone in this journey. Actually, this community is really wide, global. It's growing in numbers, and it's really resilient, and it's growing exponentially. Even if these so-called larger platforms are trying to squish us and shut us down, we will always find a way to communicate and connect and drop in and grow this conversation, because it's like people really, really feel it. And it's proven in these conversations. It's been a magical journey. And that's also an invitation to anyone who's listening in right now. If you're in Australia and New Zealand, we're doing this every Monday, opening it up to the conversations of feeling-based relating with what's going on in the world. And here in Australia, I'm in far north Queensland, we are faced with another lockdown in South Australia, and Melbourne is only just coming out of it. So it seems really relevant to share. And I've just had the conversation with a couple of friends yesterday who are also getting banned on YouTube. And it's a common thread for a lot of people right now. And more people are starting to wake up to realize that these conversations are vitally important in our times right now. So this is an invitation to you. If you want to join us, we're going to be jumping on in a couple of minutes to the Zoom call, and you're all invited. It's just a community conversation. Last week we had around 20 people, which is powerful, and I'm super excited to see a couple of really close friends from the region join in, as well as people that I've never met before. So it's going to be a really, really exciting conversation. And
yeah. I'm just popping this one up here for anybody that sees and watches the comments, that if they want to join these Monday conversations that are more aligned with the Australian New Zealand time zone, they can go there. If they actually want to connect more with what Brave New Life as a self-organizing, there's some stewards, me, Imani, making it kind of all work, but it's so symbiotic without everybody's, as you said, contributions into it. By being who they are, that's what it is. Like we are finding, we're finding such a beautiful synergy emerging. I also, just for those that are here right now and that don't have time to sign up, are you okay if I just pop in the Zoom link if they want to?
Absolutely. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we will be going in about 5 minutes. We'll be popping over to this little Zoom space, and every Monday morning and every Thursday morning we do our best to send a reminder link out, and in that way people can get access. Here's the Zoom link for today, wherever you're watching this, and that will just be the link for this week. That may change again, so be sure that if you feel attraction and you're free to explore it. What we really go into, maybe Shay just quickly dive into that, what these community conversations are about, because it is very relevant for people to come into awareness what we are focusing ourselves on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Sovereign. From my experiences, when people really share around what's relevant for them in the current times, it just opens up this portal to really discover what's happening inside, because it's easy to kind of blame the external forces, or it's easy to share from our logical mind and our brains. But what I found is it's really powerful when we're able to drop into our hearts and share how we feel about what's going on in our world. And so the whole idea of it is to enable us to feel a sense of freedom within, when we have, this really safe space for people to be vulnerable, and just it becomes like this opportunity for deeper growth, because we're able to articulate what is actually happening to us through our emotions. And it's a tough thing, because as a young white Australian male, I've suppressed a lot of my emotions for a long time, because that was my conditioning and programming. And so to almost open up the box of how I'm feeling is simply a practice. And what I want to remind everyone is that no one has all the answers, and no one has it all completely worked out, but we can practice to share from our feelings and share what's going on. And this Zoom call is a really nice environment where people will be present and will be listening, and not necessarily trying to fix or give you the solutions, but just to receive you, to receive all that you are, from the myriad of emotions that we feel, whether it be boiling anger about the current situation, or a deep sadness, or for some it's a real happiness and joy, depending on what's going on for them. So essentially it's a container to be able to fully express what our truth is, and what our real authentic self is bringing and showing up to the world currently. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, beautiful. For those that are feeling that they actually want to explore this purification sharing, I just want to put this up here so that people can see it. You're more than welcome to join us in the Zoom. That's what the space is for, really having a space to listen. How are others relating to these experiences, and how can we relate to it so that it kind of gives us an opportunity, as you say, to grow and to become enabled and to a degree even empowered to step through some of our own fears and our own kind of inhibiting frequencies that keep us maybe feeling disconnected and feeling that we kind of are alone in this, because the reality is we're not. And that's what this syntropic function of both censorship and the compression of what leads to isolation is birthing a whole new beginning at the same time, where we're this connection between humans and the intrinsicness of that it's part of our human nature. It's just, we are syntropy is what I like to say, and in that we are bound to be in connection. It's otherwise for us a very lonely existence, and as social creatures, I've discovered that the value that we can experience from a feeling-based place by connecting and just witnessing and receiving others sharing, it's yeah, it's something that is just very natural, and I'm so grateful that we get an opportunity to co-create together and invite others to be there with us. Yay.
Yeah, awesome. So
Nice. We'll be hopping off. I'll leave the link for the Zoom here if you want to join that, everyone. More than happy to see you there. That feels really good. And we'll be opening up the Zoom, and we'll see you hopefully on the other side. Yay. Ciao for now.